Collectively, they've sold 70 million albums, won 8 Grammy Awards, 14 Country Music Awards, 14 American Music Awards, 7 People's Choice Awards, and 26 Academy of Country Music Awards. Please join me in welcoming Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
Thank you so much. John, that was quite an introduction. Thank you. For this limited time, the Venetian has just offered, they're opened the doors here and welcomed us in such a gracious way. And we're creating a show that is going to be remarkable for our fans, but as I'm here today and backstage and we're preparing to come out, I feel like it's going to be one of the most remarkable experiences for us as well. We're truly excited and thank you so much for being here.
There's been a lot of work that's gone on and will continue to go on in this. John, all the folks here at the Venetian, the folks at CAA, Red Light, our management, our publicists, everybody's done a fantastic job. And there's going to be a lot of work left to do, and we're really excited about building this show and bringing it to the fans. It's going to be a really moment in time for us and our career and for our fans as well.
Great.
Yeah, all
If
right.
everyone will take their seats, we can get the questions then.
Okay.
Because I already have a microphone, I get to ask the first question. And it's for Tim and Faith. And the question is, Tim and Faith,
First of all, please tell me if I It's not that kind of show.
There's plenty of those in Vegas.
as if ticket sales needed any help. The first question is for Tim and Faith, and it's, Tim and Faith, do you know anyone who can help me get tickets for Tim and Faith? I hear they're great.
Oh, you can do that.
Well, in fact, John, if can you tell people what kind of demand you expect and how people can actually get tickets, including me?
Sure. Well, the demand should be over the top. What an amazing experience, Tim and Faith, in their own right. Are amazing artists. They don't play together often, and they never play in such an intimate environment like this. So I'm sure the demand is going to be terrific. Tickets go on sale tomorrow in a pre-sale for those Grazie members, Clear Channel subscribers, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill official fan communities. And then to the general public, Monday, August 13th at 10 a.m., and you can get information at Venetian.com.
It was almost full, man.
Let's start with a question from our reporters here. So who would like to ask? Right there, man. Someone will come to you with the microphone.
Hi. Can you just talk about why this particular situation was so appealing to you? I mean, Tim, right now you're out on a huge, massive stadium tour, so this is quite a different situation, and to be able to tour together again, can you talk about that?
Well, the Venetian approached us with this idea and opportunity. Tim and I had not performed together in the States. I guess the last tour ended in 2007, the Soul to Soul tour. One of the most memorable moments of our lives and our careers, certainly. But the idea to be in such an intimate environment as this is, and the idea for us to be able to create a show that's so unlike anything that he and I have done together. We've toured together 3 times, and we're putting together a show that basically will be completely different than how we've approached it in the past. And the fact that the Venetian has worked around basically our kids' school schedule.
That's a big key factor.
That is a very big key factor. We're going to be here for 10 weekends between December and April, so it's spread out over a long time, and it's just, I don't know, it's actually an amazing dream.
Yeah, it's just,
It's a dream.
it's really cool for us, because like she said, we don't perform together that often. Even when I'm doing a show or she's doing a show, it's rare that we even come out and do a song together. So, and that's usually in a huge environment. So to be in this sort of intimate environment and build a set and a stage that's going to be us is just really exciting for us.
You guys mentioned that you haven't performed together in a little while. How are you going to make this show sort of Vegas, and can you kind of give us an idea of what the show will entail?
Well, we're in the process of building the show now, and we can say that the production is going to be very cutting edge. We want to do really cool stuff, things that certainly we haven't done before, and probably some things that haven't been done before in a lot of ways. We don't want to give away too much on what the show is going to be, but it's certainly going to be a lot of us. I mean, it's going to be us together. That we can say, and it's going to be built from the ground up. I mean, we're going to do some things that we haven't done before, for sure. And in doing it in a beautiful setting like this, and in a beautiful theater like this, in an intimate setting, there's some things that we can do that you can't do in a different show every day in a different place. You know, it's just a great opportunity to do some things like that.
Pet peeve. I'm sure if he answered this question truthfully, he'd probably say he wished that I was less type A. I'm sure. Would you not? And for me, pet peeve.
Not right now, though, when we're putting this thing together.
That's Oh, I don't know. He's gotten better about the clothes on the floor. That actually has gotten better about that. But so.
Our next question, back in the house, and right over there, sir, please, and everyone remember, please identify yourself.
You have to sing first before you answer.
I would.
Ask the question.
It's your love. I'll only sing to you if you'll sing back. My name is Blair Garner. I'm the host of the radio program After Midnight. My question is for Faith. Faith, how did you convince Tim to do your opening act?
Oh,
She can be very convincing.
I can bet.
That's funny. I don't want to go on after him, I can tell you that right now. You know, that's what is going to be really unique about the show, is that the times that Tim and I have been together on stage with the Soul Tour, we've spent a little bit of time together on stage, but here we will spend most of the time together.
It'll be a different format.
A different format,
than
so-
we've done before.
Yeah.
What's it mean to the Venetian to get these two stars? I mean, these are two people who could play any stadium they want in the world, and they chose to make this room, this rather intimate room, their own. What's that mean to you in the hotel?
Well, it's amazing, and you know, I'm biting my tongue for these questions. I mean, are you kidding? It's Tim and Faith. Are you kidding me? It's not hard. It's really not hard to figure out.
We have another question from online, and it's from the, really, I think of the center of country music in the world, Secaucus, New Jersey. Donna Jo Knight, I pray I'm saying that right. She wants to know, do you two take date nights away from the kids?
We have in the past. It seems like this summer we actually have not had one date night. But we're having a date right now.
This is our date night right here.
You have a bunch of dates right here at the Venetian. We have a question right over there.
Nancy Brooks with Dial Global. I was wondering, you guys based so much on your three daughters. What were their thoughts when you said Mom and Dad were in Vegas for a while?
They're excited. They're very excited because they love going to the shows, so they probably won't see ours.
They've been to most of the shows here, you know, over the years that we've been coming in and out. So they're thrilled, you know.
They were a little upset that we were going to be here and Phantom was going to be out. So they were a little upset by that.
Being able to put this show together in a way that we've not done in the past, because we focus so much on making sure that we cover most of our hits. Well, for me, all of my hits. For him, half of his hits on the tours. And we will certainly give the fans what they want, but this affords us the opportunity to really be creative in a way that we've never experienced before together.
Yeah, this
So-
show's all about us together. I mean, and we're going to be singing together, like you said, of the songs that are the hits that we've had together. We'll be doing some, we'll do a few of the songs that we've had individually, but those will be integrated within things that we do together as well.
One more question from online from Aaron Cox in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, who says, I remember the very first country song that made me a country music fan. Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, 1997, Is Your Love. Faith Hill says, Kiss is my first country CD. What is the song that hooked you on country, and what was your first country music purchase?
Well, for me, it goes way back. I mean, I have to say that Merle Haggard originally is my hero. He's probably if I had a desert island and I was to listen to a record, it would be Merle Haggard. So as far back as I remember, my stepdad was a truck driver, so I spent a lot of time as a 4- and 5-year-old kid riding an 18-wheeler hauling cottonseed across Louisiana and Texas and listening to 8 tracks of Merle Haggard and Charlie Rich and George Jones. So that's how I cut my teeth with country.
It's a little known fact, Merle Haggard sounds best on 8-track tape.
He does.
Technically, perfect. Faith?
For me, the first introduction to country music was the first song, I think, for me was Delta Dawn. And then Tammy Wynette. It's the first album, country music. My first album was Elvis, which essentially was also my first concert, Elvis.
Not in Vegas, but...
It was not in Vegas, in Jackson, Mississippi, 1975. I was 8 years old. But Tammy Wynette, George Jones, of course, and then George Strait, who I still go out and buy his albums.
Merchandise table that's going to be out front with a lot of souvenirs. Would one of those new items possibly be the long-awaited and much anticipated duets album?
Oh. No? I don't even know. That's a great idea. No, I mean, we eventually certainly want to do a duets album. But that's a really good idea.
Well, I'm in the middle of an album project now. Faith's in the middle of an album project now. She's done with her album project.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's something we definitely are going to do and want to do. It's just when the time is right. The time hasn't been right yet.
To put the 1,800 seats into context, what's the average size venue that you play?
This summer. Well, this summer, I guess 50 or 60,000, I guess, something like that.
And this would be less than that.
This is a little less.
I don't know the math for you. We have any other, a couple of last questions? Right over there.
Yeah, you said that, Chris Wilson from Yahoo, and you said you're going to be on stage together most, if not all the time, but also you're going to work some solo songs into the set. So are you kind of going to take a break while the other person does some solo hits, or will those maybe be collaborative as well?
Well, that's what we're building now, is how that's going to all work and what we're going to look like. Right? But I would say that the chances of us not being on stage together for any length of time, maybe other than a song or two, are very slim. I mean, this show, I mean, when we look at our careers, we look at it as sort of 3 different careers that we have. We have my career and Faith's career, and we have our career together, which are sort of 3 different acts. And for us, this is really our soul act. This is us together. And that's what this whole show is about. And that's what the planning of the show is going to be about. That's what the negotiations of the show has been about. That's what the production of the show is about. And that's what the theme of the show is about.